This is a huge advancement for the public safety group. This puts us in a position to, with current technology, prepared for, I'd see us the next decade and a half, 2 decades. A lot of people were involved in this process to get this space and the technology to where it needs to be. I want to first thank our Township Supervisor, Brad Kirsten, and all of our elected officials who are here for being willing to support this. It's a difficult project to get done, but the board and our elected officials were nothing but supportive. Mike Mullins, Ed Ray, Ben Praviti, and then I know Chris is not here, Reinhardt is not here, but Mike, you and your team, you guys worked your butt off. This is all custom. It's, in our business, I've been to lots of dispatch centers. This is one of the best put together ones I have ever seen, and that is a credit to you guys, so I want to thank you. I really appreciate your work and the professionalism you showed. A couple of times we said, oh, it's good enough, and tomorrow, the next day, they'd be digging in, and it wasn't good enough, and they'd keep doing it. And this is a great setup, the way you guys set it up so that we can access it, get in there, make changes, really sets us up for the next 2 decades for how you did. So thank you very much, and I want to acknowledge your work. So thank you. There's a whole lot of other partners, and I apologize if I forget anybody, but Porter and Black did a lot of work on this. Motorola has been a great partner. Our internal team, Captain McNair and Sergeant McPhillips, worked tirelessly on this thing from the last year and a half, but also this morning at 6 o'clock and working to get this all ready. So I really appreciate their efforts and everybody on the team's efforts. And I want to thank Kyle LeBeau is here as our dispatchers. This is for those guys. I've said this a million times. Dispatching and our dispatchers, that's the hardest job in this whole gig. They are here, they're working. When it's not busy, they're getting ready for the next one, but when it's busy, it is 200 calls coming in at once, and they are managing it, and they are nothing but professional, and this is the least we can do for them, is to have a space and the equipment that they need. So I want to thank Kyle, but also all of our dispatchers for doing what they do every day. I think this will be our backdrop. I'd like to do the ribbon cutting, and so.
In 1988, when I started, we were on Gratiot. We were at the old fire station, Township Hall building, and you didn't have 911. You dialed the police station, 949-2322, and that got your dispatcher. And at the time, plectrons were pagers that were actually mini briefcases that they would carry with them, and they would plug them in at night at their home, and they would take them with them in their car. We didn't even have a CAD records management package. They were dispatch cards, punch time cards, and the dispatcher made notes. There was no audio of what happened. The phone calls were never recorded. You couldn't recall. If somebody picked up and gave you an address and said the barn's on fire on 24 Mile Road, and they rattled off the address, and if she didn't hear it or he didn't hear it, it was lost. So you were literally toning out the firemen on their plectrons. They were going to the station, and the firemen were looking for the smoke header, because that's all they had. What you see today, this modern technology, everything should be launched from this center. Everything should be videoed from this center. You should have live feed, not only for the police side, but for the fire side. All of that technology is coming. This is a great foundation again for it. I think it's money well spent. Public safety dispatch is the most important job in our field of service. Everything starts here, everything ends here, and everything that goes bad on that call in between it is on the shoulders of the dispatcher. They don't get to see hands-on, they don't get to see fire operations. It's all through the phone and all through the radio, and when they're done, they don't get to walk away and say, wow, that was easy. They get to sit right there and wait for the next 911 call. And they get to listen to, my son's got a gun to his head, and he's going to end it. And if you don't come here now, and they get to hear the bang. They don't get to evaluate that. They don't get to decompress. They don't get to walk away because the next phone's ringing. The value that we spent here is critical. It's to the core of what we serve the residents of Chesterfield for, and New Baltimore, who's been a great long-time partner. And we get to control it. We get to serve the residents of Chesterfield as we want to serve them. When it's all said and done, that's what it's about. We're serving the residents with the best service that we can. Police, fire, EMS, and MedStar. Everything starts here. All emergencies start here, and you guys did a great job. This is beautiful. It's ready to go to the next level. So great job, everybody. This is what it's all about. This is where we get to go next and look towards the future. Great job, everybody.
Thanks, sir. All right, am I okay to do it? Cheese, 1, 2, 3. Hey! Right. Thank you everyone for coming.
Eric's on.